It's time to go inside innovation, brought to you by Allegiant, pioneering safety. Well, despite the pandemic and all of its disruptions, the 125 investors in the VisionTech Angels networks continues to write checks. The latest investment, $210,000 in Notre Dame startup RESONADO, which brings its bridge round haul to nearly $1 million. Executive Director Ben Pidgeon joins us now to explain how VisionTech is keeping the money flowing to Indiana startups during these very challenging times. Ben, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, well, give us a thumbnail description of VisionTech Angels. Early stage investment group, focused primarily on the Midwest here, been around since 2008, but you're a bit unique. You're not a fund. Talk about what the real business model is there at VisionTech.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. So of the 125 investors, we are set up as a volunteer check writing network. So the investors really have to follow the story, consume the data that we put out, and then make a decision whether or not they want to participate in the round. So 2020 has been a year where we've put together some just incredibly strong opportunities that we're meeting, being disruptive in the market, had good management teams and good execution.
When you talk about the numbers in 2020, you expect to finish up with about $2.5 million in 11 or 12 companies. Your best numbers during a pandemic, what do you credit the activity and the numbers to?
Yeah, I would credit the activity to a couple of things, actually. One of the things is that our investor base is very active. We get into a diligence process after we've determined that there's interest in pursuing something, and a number of our investors usually raise their hand to participate in that diligence process, where we get to interview people like David Liu, who founded the Not.com, as part of a diligence process. And then push it out to investors, and we kind of seed the deal with those diligence members participating. They get to vote on the deal and kind of form an opinion through a scorecard. That scorecard's pushed out for everybody to review, and also they get to find out if the diligence team is investing or not. So it's a really neat model. Well,
one of your big investments this year, pretty cool company coming out of Notre Dame, RESONADO. They've got flat speaker technology. We've had them on the show a couple of times in the past. Really starting to raise a lot of eyebrows, and you're making a significant investment into that company.
Yeah, absolutely. So we look at 400 deals a year, and you look at that many number of deals and you try to figure out if it's either an oxygen, aspirin, or jewelry. If a product's an oxygen, you pay for it because you can't live without it. If it's aspirin, it removes a major pain point. If it's jewelry, you pay for it because you want it. And, on the surface, RESONADO looks like a jewelry. But when you start to look at the opportunity and listen to the story that Brian tells, it becomes an aspirin because of the design capabilities that RESONADO now enables. By example, one of the reasons why your car door is as thick as it is to accommodate the traditional speaker size. And so RESONADO solves a couple of design pain points that a lot of manufacturers in the automotive industry have experienced.
Yep, a big investment in one of the cool companies growing here in Indiana. Ben Pidgeon is the Executive Director of VisionTech Angels. Looking at a record year this year. Ben, congratulations and thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right.